Well, we go to content creators and Kool-Aid drinkers.
What?
So-called conservative content creator JP Sears
Who?
has cracked the code.
What?
And says that other content creators are getting paid to attack the wonderful
Hold up.
and well-meaning Candace Owens
Wait a minute.
in her never-ending quest, like OJ,
What the fuck?
to find the real killer of Charlie Kirk.
Yes, of course.
I'm Jazz Berganzo on this, to quote the great philosopher Jim Jones.
Don't say it, don't say it. Do it!
Stay thirsty, my friends.
I know all you guys want to know what happened during my meeting with Erica, so here it goes. We met in Nashville because I didn't want to fly anywhere and have my plane shut down by Israel. The thing she does is she gives me some homemade cookies. And I'm like, I ain't eating those poison chocolate chip cookies.
But it's what's next. What's up, everyone? Jazz Berganzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Another episode for you. Common sense, facts, and salt. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Thursday. Well, I do these from time to time. Just jump right into the content without any setup. But like I said, we're going to, picture speaks 1,000 words, or so we say, video speaks 1,000 words. This is JP Sears. So, slip of the tongue. He is a conservative content creator. A few days ago, a leaked email, so we think, supposedly, we don't know, we're not sure, it could be, of TPS USA, TP USA, basically sending out the message to other content creators to attack the wonderful and well-meaning and just great overall Candace Owens in her never-ending quest to find the real killer of Charlie Kirk. Like OJ. Well, he breaks down the skinny of it, and he mentions a number of content creators, conservative influencers. Some you may know, some you may not know. There's two particular that I know very well because I follow them, and you may know as well. But he pulls no punches, and sadly, Jim Jones is looking up and smiling. And here we go.
Things just keep getting weirder. Turns out.
And for those who don't know, JP Sears is a fitness guru and also a conservative influencer himself.
Turning Point USA is paying influencers to attack Candace Owens. Here you can see the leaked email instructing influencers on exactly what to call Candace. Demonic, demon, evil. Here you can see
What?
said influencers posting as such. Demon, evil demon.
Notice the names. Jordan S90, Gunther Eagleman, and of course, if you look real closely, in the left corner, and depending on the right, depending on how you're looking at this, one blazes Steve Dace. What?
And then here you can see Turning Point USA's documentation of those influencers and how good of a job they did with exactly what they said and how well they parroted the talking points. Is there anything wrong with this? Well, it looks sketchy at best. We'll get into all the details coming up with all these influencers, and we'll go through the list of names. Here's an influencer who stepped up the day before this came out. Matt Wallace.
Supposedly, Matt Wallace.
Posts this on Twitter. Full disclosure, I was
Not to be confused with Matt Walsh.
offered money today to say bad things about Candace Owens and turned it down. Yikes.
And do we have an email or something from TPUSA confirming such? Well, no.
Now, as we go through the details of this, the question I have is this a bad look for Turning Point USA? Is this a bad look for the influencers? Let's get into it. So here's the leaked email that CU, which is some kind of Turning Point organization, you can see at the bottom of it, CU team. They sent this out to their influencers, and the subject line, urgent, shut down Candace's latest smear, action needed tonight. So this comes out after Candace released her trailer for her Erica Kirk investigative series.
Now, of course, for those of you who are still not familiar, of course, a lot of you are familiar at this point, that Candace Owens came out with a docu-series going after Erica Kirk basically calling her the devil.
Take a look at the trailer coming up shortly. So
because she had something to do with Charlie Kirk's death.
this is them doing a coordinated attack. Here's the talking points. Go say them, parrots. Now, as we get into this, I'll say I have respect for people when they can have an authentic perspective that is different than mine. You could say Candace is bad, she's terrible, or you could say she's good, she's great. And if that's your authentic perspective, I have a certain
I think at this point in the game, no one is saying Candace Owens is great. No.
level of respect for that. But I have zero respect for someone who has talking points and then deceptively presents them as though they are their own talking points. This isn't journalism, it's pure evil. Demonic, they're already using their own talking points. Use demon, demonic, evil per the instruction, and they're doing it already in the text of this. This is great. It's pure evil, demonic slander against a widow still in mourning, dragging Charlie's name and legacy through the mud for clicks and clout.
Facts.
We've seen her pattern before, but this time it's personal. It's vicious,
Facts.
and it has to stop. That sounds like a movie trailer line, you know, like some action some hero. Like, this time it's personal. It's vicious.
No, seems legit.
So here's your talking points. Sheep, go say them. Use these verbatim or close variations. Candace Owens is evil, pure evil. Talking point number 1. This is demonic, straight up satanic level attack on a widow and her kids. That's the second one. The third talking point, Candace is a demon obsessed with destroying Charlie's family. Fourth talking point, how can any real Christian stay silent while she attacks Erica Kirk like this? That Han Shawnedy account, Cat Turd again. This is great. Rob Schneider's in there. This is some of the money that the grifting sociopath demon. I like it. Here's the post-game assessment. How well did the influencers do? Simon Goddick posts this. These are the people who were paid to call Candace Owens evil or demon. Whatever you think of her, smearing someone for money is morally bankrupt. Let's take a look. Like, this is interesting. Obviously, the username, Cat Turd, Graham Allen, Gunther Eagleman, Wells Jorda, Dan Bongino. How you doing? Hi, Dan, how are you? You doing good? It's more popular than ever. Laura Loomer, Steve Deese, Dave Rubin, Ben Shapiro,
Dan Alash, and what have you. But we go from that to this because this is one of those who were mentioned by J.P. Sears, Steve Deese, and his comments.
More serious note, but not really. I stumbled onto a video from J.P. Sears on his YouTube channel 2 days ago. Did you guys know about this? Aaron, did you know?
Nothing recent,
Okay.
no.
In it, he accuses multiple different conservatives of being paid by TPUSA to attack Candace Owens, and one of them is you. Obviously, I don't believe you are being paid to do that. Maybe if they offered you like a pumpkin spice or shamrock shake, you would take it. And I think the video is ridiculous, but I thought you might find it interesting. He also cannot pronounce your last name.
And I'll play his entire response.
So let me address this. Number one, I am being paid to attack Candace Owens. My
What?
business gets a nice, big, fat quarterly check from Blaze Media every single quarter. And for those of you into public school, that's 4 times a year. And has been since 2018.
If you're not
And
getting
I-
the sarcasm,
and in fact,
wink,
they paid me
wink.
for every single opinion that I have given you. Because that's what I get paid to do, is to give my opinions. This whole thing, like, well, look who's donating to people, or do you think the advertisers we talk about, do you think I do those for free? I do those live reads for free, you think? I'm paid for every single one of those, right? So, number one, everyone you have ever listened to, everyone, has been paid by somebody to tell you what they think. because none of us are doing this for free. It is a business, is it
Facts.
Correct.
not? Correct. So raise your hand on this set if you've been paid by somebody to tell people what you think. All of us have been. Every hand is up. All right. The question is someone being paid to say the things that they don't think, or that they otherwise wouldn't think unless they were getting paid? I have no problem at all. If TPUSA said, Steve, we're going to launch a counteroffensive to Candace, and we want you to be the lead influencer, and we'll pay you 20 grand over the next 3 months. You guys know what my answer would be? Where do I sign? That would be my answer. Because is it already what I think?
Yes.
Have I not already been getting paid for saying what I think about Candace Owens?
Yes.
Yes. So why would this be any different? It doesn't change what I think. I was already getting paid by what I think about Candace Owens. Now, have they done that? No, they have not. So no, I would absolutely accept remuneration for criticizing Candace Owens for being the satanic slanderer grifter that she is. I am open for business. All right, I'm open. Okay, totally. I will not accept business though for saying things that I don't agree with, and that's what makes somebody a grifter, an opportunist, etc.
Well, my thoughts. Yeah, I'm going to edit this down because, it went a little bit longer than I thought it would be. Where do I start? JP Smears. I'm sorry, JP Sears. Sorry about that. Sorry, JP, if this gets out to you, sorry about that, dude. But he's a lot smarter. Just as Steve Day said, he's a lot smarter than that. Now, if anybody wants to take a look at his COVID, not conspiracies, but actually calling them out as facts regarding the mandates and regarding the wonderful magical vaxes, of course, which he was, absolutely 1,000% against. Like I said, he's a lot smarter. But for him to bite on this, for him to drink the Kool-Aid of this with Candace, going after a supposed email that was leaked out, and just as Aaron said, is that it's one thing that if you have this information and you have someone with a few hundred followers, and they're just like throwing it around on X, throwing it around on Instagram, what have you, and someone catches it and starts to run with it themselves. It's another thing when you have someone who's got over 500,000 followers, as Sears does, and he does. Check his Rumble account. But when he starts calling out names like Steve Dace, like Dan Bongino, like Graham Allen, like Dana Loesch, like Ben Shapiro. Now, you know what? If you're going to call these big names out, you better be prepared, to hold your own. You better be prepared to be, show up with receipts and facts, showing one email. And there's been no subsequent emails after this. None. I've looked into Tim Pool. I've looked into Graham Allen. I looked at his response. I looked at Ben's response. I looked at Dan Loesch's response. Dan Loesch, sorry. None. There's been no follow-up. There's been no follow-up whatsoever regarding these emails of these influencers, and also, the initial attack. But yet, we're supposed to take Candace Owens at her word, and of course her word is worthless right now after the last 6 months of nonstop attacks against Charlie Kirk, his legacy, and of course Erica Kirk and her children, with this hideous, and it is hideous, and yes, let me jump in there as well, demonic docuseries on Erica Kirk, and basically calling her the devil, and say that she is one of the main reasons why Charlie Kirk is dead. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous nonsense. And Sears should know better. He should know better to jump on something like this, especially when you got those who've got 10 times the influencers, 10 times the knowledge, 10 times the political clout of a Steve Dace, a Dan Bongino, a Dana Loesch, a Graham Allen, a Ben Shapiro. No matter what you think of any of these influencers, they know a lot. They know a lot more. Yeah, better, hard trouble get that out. They know a lot more. No offense, JP, but than you do. But then again, that's just me. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always, and we'll see you next time. Peace.